Hi, I'm Bill from CJ Pony Parts. Believe it or not, at one point in time I owned some turbo Volkswagen, so believe me when I tell you that AWE tuning is huge in the European market. When they contacted us about bidding a high-end USA-made exhaust for the Focus RS, we couldn't wait to get our hands on it. This is one of 3 systems available exclusively here at CJ Pony Parts, and this is the Touring Edition we're going to install today on our 2016 Focus RS. Like I mentioned, this is the Touring Edition, one of 3 systems available here at CJ Pony Parts, the other 2 being the Switchback, which is the adjustable system, and the Track Edition, which will be the louder system. All the systems are going to be made of 304 stainless steel right here in the USA and feature mandrel bent pipes. Now, the particular Touring system here has this large rear-mounted muffler that's going to be available with your choice of either a double-wall 4-inch chrome or diamond black tip. For this installation, let a lift or a jack and jack stands, 3/8 ratchet, 11mm socket, 15mm socket, 16mm socket, exhaust hanger removal tool, Sawzall, and safety glasses. Now, our Focus already had an aftermarket exhaust on it, so we're going to show you a quick clip on how to remove the factory exhaust before we begin installing your AWE. To remove the exhaust, the first thing you want to do is remove the actuator for the active system to make sure you don't damage it. So you're going to unplug that and then unbolt that and put that aside. Now you can remove the exhaust. To do that, like I said, you do have to cut it. What you want to do is go right here in front of the rear axle, right in this section here. You're going to cut that down the middle. That way we can separate the 2 pieces and remove the exhaust. With the factory exhaust removed, now we can move on to installing our AWE tuning exhaust. What you want to do first is take the factory clamp and put it on the straight front pipe with a little bezel at the end. And tell you right now, this can be one of the most frustrating parts of this installation. Getting this clamp on the factory pipe can be a little bit of a challenge. You want to make sure all these teeth on the outside edges are bent down properly, and you may need a small screwdriver or even a pry bar to get the clamp to pop into place. And then once you get the clamp in place, you can tighten it down. And when you have the clamp on and tightened down, there's this little slaughter piece that's part of this clamp. You want to make sure it's in this opening or you have an exhaust leak. There's a little tiny stud that fits right here on the edge that you're going to line up when you tighten it down. We're going to put a clamp on the pipe before we put it up into place, and make sure the clamp is orientated that the bolt is on the driver's side away from the drive shaft, making it easier to tighten down. Now we're ready to install our mid pipe. We found it's a lot easier to take the factory hanger off the car and install in the pipe prior to installation. Now we're going to snug the clamp down. You don't need to tighten it all the way, but get it tight enough to hold it, as we're going to make some adjustments later. Now we can move on to the over axle pipe. We're going to put a clamp over the front pipe here, which makes it easier than trying to fish it over. And then you want to bring the pipe over from the back. With the pipe attached, now we can put it up into the hanger. Make sure you get it in far enough just to hold it in place, as we're going to go back and adjust everything later. Now we're going to put the muffler up into place. Not a bad idea to get some extra help because it's on the larger side and it's a little bit heavy. What you want to do is put both hangers and the clamp on the muffler before you put it up into place. Now we'll go back through and tighten down the clamps and make some adjustments. Okay, with everything tightened down and adjusted, we can move on to the tips. You want to grab the correct clamps, then adjust them where you want them and tighten them down. Okay, with everything else done, the last step is grab the delete plug and plug it into the factory harness for the control motor. Then make sure that's secured properly and your installation's finished. All right, the touring exhaust looks and fits great. Let's see how it sounds. That's got a nice sound at idle. Sounds great. You rev it up too, a nice crackle to it. Now let's get it outside and see how it sounds. I'm thrilled we were able to team up with AWE Tuning to offer their touring exhaust here at CJ Pony Parts. Fit and finish is fantastic. The system sounds great, possibly one of my favorites for the RS. As far as the installation goes, figure an hour and a half to 2 hours, be back on the road in no time.